All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of To the Max Outdoors. As you can see here, I got my fancy straw hat on. That means we've been outside working today, pretty much all day in the sun. We're up here at Grandpa's piece of property. We're getting ready to do part one of our food plots. I know it's been a minute since I put a video out. Hey, that's what it is. Summer gets busy, but it's getting that time of year. We're starting to shoot our bows some more. We're starting to think about shooting some deer rifles. We're starting to test and tune archery products. It's time to get some tree stands hung, and it's also time to get some fall wintertime food plots prepped up and ready to go. So as you can see here on the back of the four-wheeler, I've got me 24 gallons of weed and grass killer. We're going to go spray us a couple smaller food plots today. We're by no means farmers, and by no means are these big food plots. These are they're eighth of an acre to a quarter of an acre a piece. They're not very big, but I've had good luck with them in the past. And this year here, I'm going to spray them down, and I'm going to wait, I don't know, anywhere from a week to 2 weeks. I'm not real sure. I'm going to spray and at least give it a week, and then we'll see what happens from there. Some of the reading I did said you had like between 7 and 14 days to plant something. If we got to go a little bit over that, we may go a little bit over that. But anyways, this year I wanted to try spraying just some regular old Roundup, glyphosate, whatever have you. I wanted to try spraying some of that and seeing if it helped me out a little bit. I've done some soil samples in all these food plots over the years. I know the soil's decent. It's not great by no means, but it's decent enough that I usually get decent food plot out of it. But by planting this food plot a little bit earlier, this food plot's going to get planted, let's say late July, early August. I'm not real sure on the exact date just yet, but I wanted to try to get as much of the weeds and grass killed out of here as I could. That way I'm not fighting to compete with that, say in that late August, early September time when I'm wanting my food plot to go as good as it possibly could. So anyways, that's my reason for going with the chemical this year. And I just figured I'd bring you along. I'll let you ride around on the four-wheeler with me a little bit here. I got you on the tripod. And we're just going to spray these plots down and go home and have a decent dinner this evening. So come on, let's go for a ride. I will say one thing here before I get started. I do have a mask with me because I am spraying with a hand wand. I do not have the bar for the back of the machine ready to go this year, so we're going to spray with a hand wand. So I picked up a mask in case anybody's wondering. Should never inhale a bunch of chemicals anyways. Okay, so as you seen there pretty quickly, I obviously didn't make you watch all of it, but as you seen there, I sprayed a good bit of grass and weed killer here in the plot area that we wanted to go. honestly, we got a lot of good grass in here, to be honest with you. This is an area that we worked up over the years, and we've pretty good grass. There's a little bit of uh, what I'm going to call a thistle, or a part of an autumn olive that tries to come back. There's a little bit of that comes through here, but all in all, this is pretty good grass. Grandpa keeps it cut pretty well, and this area here has had clover in it quite a few times. I just never could get the clover to take and stay. It's just always been trying to compete with other things, so that's why I decided to go with the chemical. I sprayed our little ditch right here. I think that ditch, I would like to have that ditch a little bit clean. I would like to have a mineral lick in there at some point, maybe not this year, but I would like to have some kind of attractant that I could put in that ditch to where there's water, because there is a little bit of water in the top side of that ditch. That is a main runoff from this deep hollow right here. So it primarily, especially in the fall and winter, it always has water in it, and my intention is to have a tree stand in one of these trees. Let's turn you around here. My intention is to have a tree stand in one of these trees right here to utilize this food plot, more so for early mow season, maybe a little bit of a rut. This is a really good crossing area when the rut's happening. There's just really there's nothing here to hold a deer. If I can hold a deer for 2-3 minutes, that's what I want to do. I want to try to get a shot at him. That is the intent of this food plot, is just to maybe hold a doe or two, but I'm trying to slow a buck down. So I'm gonna change the camera over to a handheld mount, and you're gonna take a ride with me. We're gonna ride to the other food plot, so hang tight. All right, let's go. We're on the four-wheeler. Let's go to the other food plot. I'll speed up some of it, and I'll slow some of it down so you can see the ride. So here we go. Okay, here we are. we are in another food plot that we're going to make right here. I shot a little 6-point buck out of this food plot here a few years ago. It's on the YouTube channel. I shot it with a crossbow, and it ended up going in behind us. It got away from me, to be honest with you. I really don't know what happened there, but it did. It got away from me. Bird scared the crap out of me. But we'll take a little walk around this food plot here. We'll do a little bit of looking, seeing what's in it here. This was in a food plot last year, but this, unfortunately, dang it, I already see a yellow jacket nest in the ground right there. Remind me of that. Shit, I was out of frame. I already see a yellow jacket nest right there in the ground, so you need to remind me of that when we bring the tiller up here. That's another thing I want to mention. Both of these food plots, the one that we just did and this one here, we'll get the tractor and they will be tilled. I can get the tractor to both of these and they all will be tilled. So if you see, I don't know how well, but that tree right there has a ladder stand. That has a 2-man ladder stand in it, but that stand's got to go in the trash. I hunted out of it a little bit last year, and it's seen its better days. I don't trust it anymore, especially with 2 people in it. It's kind of in a bad spot. You get skylined in behind it, if you can see there. If you can see the daylight back through there. Once the fall comes, all those leaves come down, and you get skylined in it too bad. So we're going to put one of them New View or Tidewee hunting blinds to the test up here somewhere. We're going to jam it off in the corners, and we'll somewhere through here. I ain't made my mind up exactly yet, but somewhere along this edge here. This is a ridge edge here that drops down over the hill there, and going out through there goes out through another point finger out through there, and obviously the road that we come up on, that road just goes to right there. It goes up and makes a loop, and then there's a well right there. That's why that road's there. That's why those damn power lines are here, because they had to have power to the well. So here we go. Anyways, this plot here is probably my most favorite plot. This is probably the plot that I hunt the most because I like it. And if you've seen when we were coming up the road here on the right side of us coming up the road there, that has all been timbered, and that was timbered pretty hard. That is our neighbor. Great neighbor, by the way, but that is our neighbor. And they had some timber cut off of it. So I'm hoping that between that new fresh cut timber and this food plot, I'm holding some good deer in here. I have had 2 really good bucks in this plot right here late season, like muzzleloader. So end of December, I usually get 2. Well, I say usually. The past 2 years, I've had 2 of the better bucks show up in this plot in late December. So I'm hoping for that again. I'm hoping a ground blind works out. I would definitely like to get one of them. I do have pictures of both of those bucks again this year here at a salt block that's just right over the hill right here. So I know they're still here. I haven't killed them. Max hasn't killed them, and the neighbors, I think they would rather shoot a doe or a button buck, but beyond that, I'll quit rambling on here. I'll put the camera back up on a tripod out there, and I'll just do a brief little bit of it. I'm going to try to spray a good bit in here because this does have, it's got a lot of trash in it that I don't want here. So I'm going to take my time and I'm going to spray this out real good, and we'll pick you up when we're going home. If you're watching me walk around right there, and I was still on time warp video, I put my phone on the rack of the 4-wheeler and took off like an idiot and didn't put it in my pocket. So got lucky there, found my phone. Wife would have been pissed. I'm not going to film me spraying anymore. I'm just going to spray the rest of this because it doesn't look like I have very good luck filming and spraying, because I lost the phone and we can't do that. Too much money. Okay, well, there we go. We have now got we'll call this the top food plot, because it is on the top of the hill. It's the top food plot. So I feel pretty good about that. I got that food plot sprayed really good, I believe. I put the four-wheeler down in low, and the grass is high enough that I can see my track, and I cut my track and tried to spray my track on the next time around. So I'm pretty happy with that. I hope this glyphosate Roundup stuff does what it's supposed to do, and we'll give it a week or so and see what happens. I'll keep you guys in the loop. I'll definitely bring it back when I bring the tractor up and do the tilling part of it. I'm not for sure yet if I need to cut the grass off of here. Like, if I get a good kill, should I cut the grass, or should I cut the grass no matter if I get a good kill or not? So if you would, drop me a comment there and let me know. I have no experience with using a glyphosate Roundup style product on a food plot first. I've always come in, cut the grass down, whether with a weed eater or a mower, and I've just tilled it under. So if you got any tips or pointers or whatnot, let me know. I'm new at the chemical aspect of it. I know a lot of people are probably kind of on the fence about, you shouldn't do it because it's chemicals, this, that, and the other. I don't know. Chemicals are a big part of our life, and they do what they're supposed to do. So I figured I'm gonna use it here I used it in a proper way. I didn't spray it all over the place, and I didn't go crazy with it. I tried to figure out the square foot and put as many gallons down as required. So I feel like I did my part according to the directions on the bottle. So we shall see. So like I said, leave me a comment. Let me know how this goes. It's still summertime. We're still traveling hard with baseball. We're still working a lot, keeping up the house, keeping up the grandparents, keeping up all that fun stuff. So I'll shoot another video out when I can, but I appreciate you watching To The Max Outdoors.